What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about plus size dating tips. About 9 months ago, a woman wrote me for some dating advice, and she also asked me to make this video. I noticed she had a funny email signature. She signed her emails Duff, D.U.F.F. Duff. It was also woven into her Gmail name. Immediately, I could tell it was a nickname, but it didn't feel like a source of pride. Most nicknames people give themselves are something cool or they're a positive identifier. This didn't feel like that. It felt more like a scar. We had a long back and forth, and in her emails, it became apparent very quickly that she was kind, she was gentle, she was smart, she was funny, she was compassionate, she was caring, she was resilient, and she was powerful. Her spirit was so vast, I could tell that she was much more than the title that she had given herself, whatever this thing meant. So I asked her what the letter stood for, and she told me. Duff stood for the ugly fat friend. I suppose because she was the big girl in her group of friends. She was also one of the most beautiful minds to ever write me a letter, and a title like Duff could never summarize her importance to the world. So to her or anyone like her, I just want to say this. You may be heavy, but that's not who you are. It's not your identity, and your weight does not diminish your value as a person. Please don't let your imperfections define you, because everyone has them. You aren't just some fat girl any more than I'm just some guy with a little head and crooked shitty bottom teeth. Too much of life is out of our control for you to let the things that you've been given dominion over control you and how you see yourself. Life is hard and abusive. Love yourself enough to put up a fight. So with that said, here are my 5 dating tips for plus size women. Number 1, understand what men really want. So what if you feel like you can't be a supermodel? You can literally be everything else. Men want gentle, patient, wise, faithful, loving, nurturing, honest, fun, and sexy women. If for whatever reason you don't feel pretty enough, focus on being everything else that a man needs from a woman. Trust me, most men want a woman who supports them and believes in them more than they want a small waist. They want someone that adds to them that they can build with. And none of those things are exclusive to women with smaller figures. Mental attraction creates physical attraction. And a man's body is shallow, but his mind is deep. So touch a man deep and focus on being your best self. With that said, the second dating tip I have for plus size women is, take care of yourself. Present well and take pride in the way that you look. A lot of women dress like they feel, which is great if you feel beautiful, but that's not always the case. I used to work at a grocery store. Some women would come grocery shopping in stocking caps and house shoes and shit. They'd wear raggedy shirts with stretched out collars, clothes that didn't fit them or their body type. And of course, they would repel men by the dozens, but it wasn't their weight. It was that tacky ass mess that they had on. A man needs to see effort. A lot of women don't feel good about themselves, so they give up on being attractive, and that's when things really get bad for them. So never give up. Always look your best, because good hygiene, healthy looking skin, and some style goes a very long way for plus size women. So look your best and choose to be beautiful. My third tip today is, if you don't feel beautiful, find a source of confidence and focus on that. When you're around men, don't think about your weight if it makes you feel self-conscious. Focus on your strengths, your gifts, talents, and abilities. Focus on what you have to offer a man. Take pride in the type of woman you are and the type of woman that you would be for him. How loyal and committed you would be. The companionship and the support that you have to offer. Your good cooking, your sharp mind, etc. Know your value and remember it when you get around men. Good men want to see confidence, and bad men prey on women with low self-esteem. So never wear your insecurities on your sleeve, because nothing good can come of it. With that said, the fourth dating tip for plus size women is, if your weight makes you feel unlovable or unworthy of love, do yourself the favor of fighting back. This has as much to do with your mental health as it does your aesthetics. Overbearing insecurities can zap a man's attraction to you. If you can't accept yourself, then it's hard for someone else to look past those same faults because they appear to be such a big part of your personality. Even when some women find a man who will ignore their self-doubt, those same insecurities have a way of creeping into the bedroom and ruining the intimacy in the relationship. So I say this in love. Don't be a slave to your weight. If it's hurting you deeply or affecting your self-esteem or mental stability, please do something about it. Because it's a really bad idea to enter a relationship from a broken or self-conscious place. Con men take advantage of stuff like that. And last but not least, my fifth dating tip for plus size women is, you deserve to be happy. Don't feel like you have to settle just because of your weight. And don't take shit from men because you're afraid that you won't find anybody else. And never believe a man who tells you that no one else will want you. There are plenty of men who are attracted to plus size women. The Google search terms BBW, thick, and curvy are extremely popular because millions of men love a big fine woman. If you don't believe me, look up the hashtags and see the thirst. Plus size women like Ashley Graham and Gabby Gregg are killing the game right now, and they should be. They're absolutely gorgeous. Millions of men love big beautiful women, and just in case you're wondering where to find these men, I want to tell you about WooPlus. I put off making this video for 9 months. That's because I wanted to have more than kind words to offer anyone who watches it. I wanted to offer a tangible solution to your dating problems, or at least something to explore. WooPlus may be that for some of you. For some of you, it may not be. WooPlus is a dating app for extra curvy and plus size singles. They have over 1 million users with thousands of people joining every day. WooPlus advocates for body positivity. This app is a place where plus size people and people who love plus size people can meet up and connect. There are guys on this website of all shapes and sizes. I personally feel like this app evens the playing field for some of you. If you've ever felt like your weight was a disqualifier, it's not on this app. Men from all over, big and small, come here to marvel at the beauty that is plus size women. Now, I don't think the app is perfect. It has its pros and it has its cons. So some of the pros and cons of WooPlus are: the app is free, but most of its features are paid, which could be a good or a bad thing. Men who are willing to pay for such a service are most likely more serious about finding love than on other dating sites. However, some of you may not be willing to pay for a service like this, which could cost anywhere from $5 to $15 a month, depending on your plan. Another pro is it's very user-friendly, and there's a local community based on your nearby area that makes it feel more like a social site as well. Building your profile is easy because it has a lot of predetermined hobbies and interests to choose from, so you don't have to write it all out. It even allows you to add your body shape, whether that be a pear or apple or hourglass or whatever. It breaks down location, interest, age, sexual orientation, and ethnicity, just like other apps do. But I didn't like that it was only available for use on the phone, and that there's no website version for use at the moment. I hope it's coming soon. This app can be found on Google Play and the App Store for both Apple and Android users. So if you're having trouble finding someone who accepts you as you are, this app or an app like it can be something that you could explore. Just don't give up. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll get with y'all later.